But she's your friend. What do you mean?
She's my frenemy.
You know, I have a little prepared speech. I tell my suitor when he wants more than I'd like to give him. G blank. I had a really nice, you don't deserve my fucking speech. That's me. That's it.
Why'd you say G blank?
Huh? G blank. I hate it because he's like, save his speeches for Malcolm X. Gross.
Ew, yeah, that was just like...
He was like 30.
And he was like,
I know, yo, stop. No.
Everyone just stay away from Nona's vagina.
Not the chest beat, please.
Yeah, ew.
Yo. It's time to get busy and knock the secret. That's another movie. We won't do that. My name is Shannon. Let's bring it on. This is Girls Interrupted. My name is Shannon. My name is not Annie. My name is Shannon.
I'm Annie.
That's Annie over there. And together we're Girls Interrupted.
Hey.
Incorporated. And we review movies that we love.
Yeah.
Usually
And
they
we
have a
go on
category,
walks.
but today we're dedicating an entire episode to Heather's 1989, right? 88?
89. No, 89. Same year as Far From Home.
1989. Such a great year. Neither of us were on this earth, but
The last good Taylor Swift album.
okay, stop. Winona Ryder was here, and she was acting.
She was so fierce in this movie.
Acting. Directed by Michael Lemon. Written by Daniel Waters. Probably not related to John Waters. And produced by Denise Denovi. Got a girl producer, hey.
Cool. Very male crew, though. That's what I wrote down. Female crew.
Super
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're right. 1988.
cult
Damn it.
classic. Well, it was released in the U.S. in 1989, so it's fine.
Oh.
The last Taylor Swift album, whatever she said. The last good one.
The last good one.
Oh, God.
So when I saw... Yeah, that's also before she was dead to me, so...
Okay, but...
Anyway, sorry. Fuck me with gently with a chainsaw.
We started off so well, and now we're losing it. Okay, budget.
Sorry.
A budget of $3 million. Box office return of $1.1 million. That's probably only the U.S. return. Yeah, it says that U.S. But, you know, this is a cult classic, so it didn't really return any money until after it was out of office, I guess.
Good. Sometimes, or a lot of times, good things are not treasured until after a long time.
Right? But this John has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is high.
That is really high, but I mean, I don't hate it. I love this movie.
That's really high. Like,
It's really fucking high.
that has to be like one of their, they don't give that. Especially this is a female fronted movie.
I wonder why they love it so much.
A teen female movie. They hate that. We've been doing this whole podcast. They hate teen female movies. They love this movie.
maybe because it was I don't know, written by dudes, produced, like it's mostly dudes behind the scene. I don't know. They love Christian Slater, maybe.
His eyebrows. Let's talk about him.
Yeah, I'm so upset that I'm so attracted to him still in the very first few scenes.
Stop.
Why?
I love him too.
know.
I love
Okay,
him
good.
too, but then
You
like
stop too.
it's been a while
It's
since
not
I've
us.
watched this, especially after this podcast where I'm like starting to critically think about what I'm consuming, and like
Yes.
he's trash.
He's garbage. Oh yeah, that's the whole time I was like, I'm so fucked up.
But I know, I mean, this is one of my favorite movies, and like this is the only time where I'm like, ugh, I hate him, because normally I'm like, oh, but that was an older version of me,
Right?
a past version of me. This is
Right.
a younger version of me.
we were less informed.
Yeah, I guess we wanted to be
And
abused.
we were misguided.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't
being a
know.
young woman in this stupid ass country.
Oh my God! So I'm looking at this Heather's TV series that, of course, got canceled. Right? God,
I tell you, I know the girl that played Heather in.
Which Heather?
No, that. Wait, hold on.
Veronica?
Hold on, let me finish. She played Heather in the musical. Because they made a musical.
Yeah, but which Heather?
The main one.
Heather Chandler?
In the musical version, she played Heather Chandler.
Okay.
Because it originated out here on the West Coast, and I know. But then they replaced her when they took it to New York. Oops, sorry.
Remember, there's three Heathers.
I know. Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyway, go ahead. I was just name dropping. That's all.
But you're like Heather, like I wouldn't know which Heather. There's 3 Heathers.
I'm not that good of friends with this girl, and I just looked at her profile.
Which Heather were you? Like, tell me.
She was like the main focus in all the photos that I saw, so I'm assuming she's Heather Chandler. She's blonde.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like what they were going for, they were going to have a boy Heather named Heath in this TV show. He identifies as genderqueer. I mean, so he was going to be Shannon Doherty's character. Okay. I mean, I appreciate that, but don't make this TV show.
Stop.
It didn't, and I mean, they canceled it because of, and that's terrible, one of those shootings, I don't know which one. Oh, in the wake of Stoneman Douglas High School, what city was that? God, Coral Springs, Florida, Parkland, Florida. Is that the Parkland?
The one that just happened.
In 2018, yeah. That's the one that just happened, yeah.
That's the one.
God. Gun control, people. Gun control.
Also, like, Shannon kind of touched on this our last episode, but, like, yeah, don't fucking, just don't touch Heathers because it is a cult classic. Like, don't remake a cult classic, idiots. But also, B, don't remake it because of 2018. Like, we don't want to see anything about bombings, schools, or kids being hurt at school anymore. Like, fucking stop.
This movie can't be remade. It just can't be remade. They can't.
You shouldn't even.
Not with the shooting aspect. I mean, I know this movie walked so that Mean Girls could run, but whatever. But we can't do.
We can't.
And it's just not good because we watch movies to escape. I don't want to escape into the dark reality we live in of where kids can't go to school and be safe. Like, that's just horrific in its own. I don't need it to be played out on the main screen for me. I don't.
Nope.
And this kind of this movie predates Columbine.
Yeah. It's interesting because I do feel like it was made in a time, because obviously the kind of message is how teen suicide must have been very prevalent, because it's definitely, like, was this around the time that, like, Kurt Cobain died and stuff? I don't fucking know. Like,
no, it's definitely 90s.
No, oh, okay. Well, I guess, like, I'm just, like, obviously they're trying to make a comment on how the media does, like, use things like teen suicide as a way to just, I mean, it's not unlike today. I mean, yeah, the media is always going to just
sensationalizing things, yes.
So I feel like that was their way of like so the school bombing stuff makes sense because it was pre-Columbine and stuff, right? Because their focus was teen suicide, because that was the issue, and it's just so scary and to realize that now that's the issue, is the school bomb.
Yeah, of a dude in a trench coat trying to take out an entire school.
A kid that brought a gun to school.
Yeah, we cannot imagine a movie like that where the lead is in love with, I mean, this sounds like a American Horror Story almost. That one episode where they're in love with Tate and he is the killer. But no, we don't need that. Don't do it. Just don't do it, please.
Stop.
Don't. Anyways, let's celebrate this movie.
Because
as it is, not remade. Still. Even though Winona's always talking about Heather's 2, girl, it's not. No, please. I'd rather see Beetlejuice 2 before I saw Heather's 2. Yeah. I just leave it. It's so good. This is like one of my favorite movies. I'm sorry, I'm talking over here. I probably saw it too young as a kid. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. I don't know what I was going to say. Well, how old were you when you saw it?
16.
You also showed me this too.
You
showed me this in college.
Finding this, watching it, relating to Veronica Sawyer so much. She's so smart and intelligent, and I mean, outside of her, I don't know if this movie does a great job with its portrayal of women, because the rest are just like catty and like in her way, and she kind of hates them. And but her as a character, one of my favorite characters. I love Winona. One of my favorite Winona characters. Incredible, smart, savvy, saving the day.
Well, I mean, at the very end though, she totally is a superstar with being supporting other women, because she goes, I don't remember that character's name, but she asked that one character to the prom.
Do you want to talk about her? Martha Dunstock. Martha Dunstock. You know how we have our rating system. I don't think this movie is going to pass on the varied bodied thingy, because the way that they use Martha Dunstock's character is as something to make fun of, I guess. She's like,
and then pity, and then
and the reason why I don't really count that is because her agreement to go out with Veronica, that's her only words in the entire movie. So,
well, no, I understand that. I guess I'm just saying, because you're saying the cattiness. But
okay, yeah. Winona likes Betty Finn. Winona likes Martha Dunstock. Winona likes the other two. At least the blonde Heather, the blonde Heather who lives throughout the whole movie. She tries, but.
And I feel like that's Veronica's whole problem. Is she's like, just be fucking nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think that it's good.
But I think the movie kind of shies over it and focuses on the cattiness. Yeah. We don't see women well-rounded, is I guess what I was trying to say.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 1989.
But I love Veronica's character, and she's fully fleshed. So
she is so competent. That character and Nona are. I love.
She could have been a Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She could have been a vampire slayer.
She totally could have. Yeah.
She kicked Christian Slater's ass. Yeah. Knocked the eyebrows right off him.
Yeah, right off the bat, she's just like immediately like
she's
with him. And
instantly the best.
Yeah,
she likes cherry slushies. I prefer the white cherry slushies that you get at the movie theater. It doesn't stain your tongue. Tastes the same.
Delicious.
AMC.
So it opens with Que Sera.
With a red scrunchie.
Unfortunately, the first thing I wrote down is "fuck me gently with the chainsaw," so I don't have anything until that line.
You know what's creepy that I just found out? So it's starring, of course, Christian Slater, Winona Ryder, Shannon Doherty, who's famous for fucking her brother on 90210. They played brother and sister, Bryn and Welsh, but in real life they had sex. Crazy, right? And Shannon Doherty's like famous for being a diva. Love Shannon Doherty. But Heather Chandler. Shannon Doherty is the Heather with dark hair.
But like, what is she in? Like, I recognize
90210.
That's it?
Yeah. Heather Chandler, the main Heather, is played by Kim Walker. She was great. And so I was like, why haven't I seen her in more stuff? So I looked her up. She died in 2001 of a brain tumor. And isn't it crazy that she was like, did you have a brain tumor for breakfast? Oh. Isn't that wild? And apparently she was like Jennifer Aniston's like childhood best friend or something, and they moved to LA together. Isn't that sad? But she did such an incredible job. Like, she's a great villain.
She's really good. Yeah.
Regina George had to have copied her or like looked at her for inspiration, because she paved the way.
Do you think we'll ever do a Mean Girls episode? Oh yeah, Miller. Sorry, go ahead.
Your Nana and I have that in common. Red Scrunchie. So this is a dark comedy. You know, it's a color story. The palette. Every girl has her own color.
The costumes. Oh my god.
Heather Chandler's red. The other Heather McNamara. The cheerleader is yellow. Heather Duke, Shannon Doherty, is green. Veronica's blue. I too love a blue. there's like frequent breaks from reality, like because we start off with croquet. I don't know how the fuck we play croquet. We tried. I don't know the rules, but
we did try it.
It starts off with Veronica's head in the grass, which is like that would be such a good Halloween costume. I just don't know how to do that. Something where like a square of grass is around your head. I don't know.
And then you could probably just like attach green fabric around your body.
Yeah, and just be green.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah. So Veronica is her own person, but she has these friends who are all named Heather and popular, and she's a misfit.
Yeah, I remember feeling that way. Did you feel that way kind of in high school? Like you were friends with my female friends, like I was quote unquote friends with them, but we all really were kind of not, or like they were mean to me. I was not mean, but you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I've had like toxic friendships before, but
yeah,
definitely not in high school. I think we were just friends because it was like genuine friendship, but I can understand like
nice.
Just sorry, burpee. I feel like she just kind of used them for some kind of social leverage. It seemed like she like used them for social leverage, but then got there and didn't want it anymore. I feel like that's the part where we got to her in the movie because she was she did have other friends before, and then now she's like in this new throne of being popular, and she hates it. Yeah. But yeah, so she's a good forger. That's a good friend to have. Forging is hard,
right?
But they use her to play a mean trick on the one fat girl in the movie who they keep making a spectacle of. Martha Dumptruck. Martha Dumpstock, sorry. I'll call her. We speak her name. I'll say the real name. Sorry. We see Christian Slater in the cafeteria. It's hard to believe that he's not Jack Nicholson's son. Jack Nicholson can get it to this day. Is he problematic? Is he gross?
No, I actually don't. I haven't heard anything bad about him, and he's also losing it. Isn't that sad?
Oh, he could still get it. I know he kind of had like a Ted Bundy story where like his mom was his grandma and his sister was his mom. He had one of those, and he didn't find out until he was famous. Isn't it crazy? But yeah, big crush on Jack Nicholson, and Christian Slater should be his child. Christian Slater's eyebrows are very manicured. What's Christian Slater doing?
He's on Archer.
Okay, so not face acting.
Yeah. He was just on one of those talk shows I watched recently, and I was like, oh my god, Christian Slater.
Is he still creepy?
He's still weird. Yeah, he's still weird as fuck. He's a weird guy. But I love him.
I have an ex-boyfriend who could be a Christian Slater-y type.
You do? We'll have to discuss.
Why am I into that?
Why are we both? Like, I knew what was going to happen this time. Like, I always know what's going to happen, but I'm always like, fuck, I would want to go talk to him too. God fucking damn it.
Oh, yeah, he has a
He's so
pull.
cute.
Well, she's bored. Veronica's bored.
Yeah, true.
And he's like another dark, shining, dark. I mean, he's white, but like a dark force.
Dark spirit, yeah.
For her goth soul, yeah. There's a lunchtime poll. Oh, there's a black man sleeping next to Christian Slater in these cafeteria scenes. If you're paying attention, one of two black people in the movie, maybe three. One of three black people in the movie. Only one has a speaking part, and it's not the sleeping boy. There's a lunchtime poll where Heather Chandler is going around asking everybody what they would do with $5 million if aliens landed on the Earth. I don't know. I forget. What was the poll? Do you know? It's something for the newspaper. It's basically like, what would you do with $5 million if you were going to die the next day? And so people are like, I'd fuck Madonna. How much do I get after taxes? I don't know. It's like these little vignettes. Do they make sense? But I guess they're just to like show you a glimpse into high school life.
Especially this high school.
This high school's life. They're showing you little blurbs of the... That's how you're like introduced to some of the characters you're going to see later, I guess.
after they are we still in the cafeteria?
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me sad, so I don't know.
Hmm?
It makes me sad, that part in the movie.
Which part?
Right
Oh, the trick on.
When they make fun of
Oh yeah, so the
when they make her laugh and stuff.
so Veronica had forged a letter to Martha Dunstock from one of the jocks or something, and she tries to give it to the jock, and he's like, he laughs, and they're all laughing at her, I guess is kind of what that is. Then she talks to JD.
Yes, and again, immediately.
Greetings and salutations.
Yes.
Imagine just him saying that, and you're just like, wow, panties off. Yes.
Right.
I love the way. Greetings and salutations and panties off.
Hi.
He pretends to shoot the jocks because they're mean to him. He has a gun with blanks.
Again, 1980.
Maybe all guns should have blank bullets.
Why do we even need blank
Plastic bullets?
We don't need any guns.
We don't need guns. We really don't.
We don't even need toy ones.
We really don't.
We don't. But yeah.
So then we go back to this croquet game.
Oh, wait, when is the bathroom part? Because Veronica...
Oh, yeah, there's bulimia. Oh, the 80s. Heather Duke, Shannon Doherty, is bulimic. But she's, like, assistive bulimic. Like, she needs Veronica to...
Be the finger.
Is that a thing? You know, I don't know. I won't judge. I don't know. There's that. So, like, Heather... I mean, watching Shannon Doherty's transformation from... the lowest part of the group to the highest part of the group throughout the movie is very interesting. And like seeing her change from her power color to Heather Chandler's power color is also great. Thank you guys for doing that. Awesome.
Consistency.
Thanks. I love a color story. There's a croquet game. I don't know how to play, but we know that Heather Chandler shoots to kill. They're going to some party, some Remington party, but only Heather Chandler and Veronica. That's weird that it was just them, but I guess that's just how it was going to be. But they stopped to get corn nuts. I don't know what corn nuts are. Are they corn? Are they nuts?
I don't know, but I don't like them.
I don't like the idea of them either. Corn pops. I like a corn pop, maybe. That's cereal.
Corn pops are great.
Okay. Corn pops.
But corn
nuts.
What did you say, corn nuts?
She
They're
needs
weird.
them. Like, this is her life. JD's inside of the Quickie Mart. And she tells him, if you're nice, I'll let you buy me a slushie. I'll let you buy me a slushie. They're chit-chatting. She's got an off-the-shoulder gray long-sleeved shirt with black suspender dress with, it's like a pencil skirt.
It's such a cute outfit.
It's a look. I
I'll put it on the Insta.
have tried to recreate it, but I
Aww.
I don't have that blue necklace thingy. I can't commit.
One day.
They go to this college party.
Ugh, with disgusting boys.
Well, she tells JD that she hates her friends, and he says he hates her friends too. Whatever. Yeah, there's disgusting boys there. Heather Chandler is assaulted. I don't know. He like kind of pushes her into something she doesn't want to do.
Yeah,
Heather
you can tell
Chandler.
She is not stoked to get that blowjob.
No. It's definitely more job than play.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, like, yeah. No, unfortunately, like, definitely been there. Like, when I was young and stupid and, like, listened to dude. You know, just shove their dick in your face, and it's like, oh, I guess I did. It's not. Not anymore. Again, I will repeat what I said last episode. Like, they do that.
She won't do it. Don't try.
No. Shove your dick in,
Yeah,
or vice
keep it-
versa. Don't shove
keep
my
it down
head near your dick.
there.
Unless
Keep
you
it
want
down
something
there.
bad to happen to it.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah, her date is handsy. Veronica's date is
disgusting.
Obnoxious. She does the quote that I gave you in the beginning. There you go. But then there is friction between her and Heather because she's like fucking up her social status, I guess, because she's like, why won't you just blow him? And she's like, I don't want to.
And she's like, so and so says you're being a coos. And it's just like, wow.
What's a coos?
Definitely has.
It sounds. I mean, I'm sure context goes. It's bad.
It's like like cooch.
I know a koozie. A koozie keeps your drink cold.
Yeah, but like she basically like you're being like a cunt, you know, because he wouldn't blow him. You know what I mean?
But he's gross.
He's disgusting and ew. Never pressure your fucking.
And referenced Malcolm X in a movie with 3 black people and only one gets to speak.
Facepalm. That sound was my hand.
Yikes. Also, Veronica wears a monocle in her diary scenes. What are we doing here?
That's amazing.
What's the monocle for? Why just one? I do want one, but also, what is it for?
I'm going to say concentration.
It's like a magnifying glass that you hold between your eyebrow and cheek. And it looks incredible.
I want one so bad.
But what is its... Why just one eye?
I can only wink one eye. Or close one eye.
I can wink both, yeah.
I can't.
So in her diary, she's talking about how she threw up on Heather Chandler's shoes and, like, they're beefing now because Heather's like, come tomorrow, I'm telling everybody about this shit and you're not going to be famous. You're not going to be popular anymore because, you know, I'm kicking you down the totem pole. And would this have been so bad for Veronica? It seemed like she didn't want to be popular anymore anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So it might not have been that bad. But it's like high stakes for the story, I guess. But
because Heather was a mean girl. Like, it's not that Veronica just didn't want to be popular. Heather was going to make her life miserable. It wasn't just they were not going to get along. She was going to ruin her.
How?
She said that.
How would she have made it miserable? She's already got the ins with this cute new creepy guy.
But because, like, I think we're supposed to believe Heather was like a Laura Palmer. Like, she just has everyone's attention and affection, whether you like it or not. So if she says you're out, you're out.
But Laura Palmer wasn't mean.
Girl trope.
Was she?
What? Who?
Laura Palmer was nice.
I'm just saying, Laura Palmer. I'm just saying she was that girl in town, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it seems like Veronica kind of floated to her own drum and, like, could have easily gone back to being friends with Betty Finn or Martha Gunstock and, like, getting dick from JD every now and then.
See, I don't think she had that confidence yet, though. I think she was still kind of scared of social ridicule.
Veronica was that bitch.
She had to grow out of it, yeah.
From when her head was in the grass. We saw it. We knew it.
Obviously not, though, because she's bothered by it.
No.
We're going to argue about this.
But, no, I don't know if she was bothered. But the story makes it seem like she was. Because it just kind of happens that she dies the next day. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
La.
Yeah. Yeah, then...
Anyway, she's pissed. She's got the monocle in her eye. She's writing in her diary.
She writes so big. Same.
JD sneaks into her window like a creep.
But she's excited to see it.
Yeah, because he's cute, but like, and he bought her a slushie. I guess you're like, hey.
And
you got any more of that high fructose corn syrup?
Right. But, and I will say, like, it is, I think we're allowed to think this is cute because he does say, sorry for the inappropriate entrance, like, do you want to play croquet? What? At least he didn't come in the room.
He did come in the room. He came in the room. Putting your head in the room is coming in the room.
But he didn't, though. He could have come in like he does later.
Putting your face in the room.
But I'm saying for the
is
context
entering
of
the
the
room.
movie. Because he was being cute. He's not going to go to the front door.
Is Veronica? He put his whole torso. I don't know. But,
it would have been different if she screamed. But she didn't.
Well, yeah. And she's like furiously writing with her monocle.
Love it.
I'd be so embarrassed about the monocle.
But then, so they go play croquet, strip croquet.
They hook up.
There's panties on, like, that was funny to me. There's just panties hanging. His panties and then her panties.
Yeah.
Are just hanging on the croquet equipment. And then...
Also, where are her parents? Your daughter's...
Yeah.
Your daughter's in the backyard having sex on the croquet lawn.
Yeah, get it, Veronica. But yeah, they make out and they're so they're into each other. And then is this when they are like, let's ruin Heather?
They have sex.
They do.
Yeah. Oh, you said make out.
I'm saying after.
Yeah. The next morning.
Because while they're talking, they're kissing.
Oh, they met. Yeah. Oh, and she's like, I want Heather Chandler to throw up. That's like her goal now. I don't know why. Because Heather Chandler didn't make you throw up. You threw up because you drank too much. Right. But whatever. So the next morning they're at Heather's house, and I love her red kitchen. We're going with the power colors because even Veronica's parents, they wear blue. Her house has shades of blue.
Her bedroom's yellow.
Yeah, her bedroom's yellow. I don't really remember Shannon Doherty's room because it's we only see it during a dream sequence, so it's kind of hard. Anyways, Heather is they're in the kitchen, whatever, and they're gonna give her something gross to drink. JD is a no rest buildup guy. He wants to serve her liquid Drainol. And that's where we're like, oh, he's crazy. That's where you're starting to be like, oh. Because I guess this is the second day of her. She had sex with him the first day she met him. She's wild. So I guess this is the second day of knowing him.
I guess that's wild for a young girl, for sure. Because I've done that.
Yeah, but did they kill people?
No.
I mean, it wasn't a date. They met each other and they had a few encounters, and then now it's this, and they're they're
it's
kids.
Radical for 1988 and teenagers.
That's that'd be a wild day for me. Is all I'm saying. Yeah. So they do that, and they they go to they just hold back and forth. Right? He wants to kill her. She wants to serve milk and orange juice or something gross. Yeah. They kiss, and she grabs the wrong cup. Maybe on accident, maybe on purpose. I don't know. She takes it up. Heather's bed is awesome. It's made of shell, like a shell or something. I don't know. But she sleeps in a buttoned up robe.
Looks very uncomfortable.
With her hair in the scrunchie, the power scrunchie. She wakes up. I'm so sad this actress is not with us. I'm so sad. She did so good. Wasn't she a great Mean Girl?
Oh, she was perfect.
The Mean Girl, to be copied. She drinks the liquid Drainol.
Well, I mean that I do love that little part where, because she's like, you think you're gonna just get me to drink it because you make me think of, what does she say? You think I'm because
you call me chicken,
scared.
But since she drinks it, I'm like, girl.
But then she still does I don't know. It's sad.
Why did she do that? It doesn't entirely make sense, but it also does make sense because that's who she is. She's petty, so she drinks it. She says corn nuts. She dies.
She says corn nuts. Dies. Crashes through the table.
Rewatching it, I wonder if Christian Slater's reaction is genuine, because normally I've always assumed it was fake, that he's faking when Veronica's actually freaking out, and now upon this one I'm like, oh, maybe he was just curious about what would happen.
Oh my god, I had this conversation with Nikki too while we were watching it. I kind of agree with you. I kind of think that they were just kind of two kids that were kind of let's they were talking about it, but they kind of didn't really expect her to actually swallow it or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck it. Worked.
Yeah.
Shit, we just killed someone. You know what I mean?
Rewatching it, I'm on his side a little bit. Here, anyway, I'm on his side. I'm like, oh, he didn't know it was... He's as shocked as she is.
Exactly. I thought the same.
Or at least a little shocked, not just fully faking it. Because all the other times I've watched it, I assumed, oh, he's done this shit before. He knows. Because, I mean, there is that scene... Because now they start writing the suicide note, right? And she's like, have you done this before? She says that. And there's that beat. And... I don't know. Maybe he has before, but maybe he's never done it with liquid Drano. I don't know. But I feel like I am on... I think it might be genuine.
Maybe he thought about it. Because he seems like he really...
Yes, he's definitely fantasized about it.
So, but maybe this is the first time it's actually... Because now he has a cohort. And this is the first time it's actually worked. Like, he's actually done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for her, too, they're both kind of like, oh, fuck. But they're both... I don't know. This movie's so fascinating to me. Okay, go ahead.
So you think she's enjoying it?
Like, I mean, both of them kind of get a kick out of it, no? Because they both are, like, freaked out, but then they're kind of, like, get really into their cover-up. I mean, they have to, but at the same time, she's like, oh, that's good. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Like, they kind of enjoy it. It's interesting. Go ahead.
So, yeah. So they see that she's got cliff notes of the bell jar. People love to bring up Sylvia Plath like, when they're talking about suicide. So then they forge the suicide note because Veronica's a good forger. Again, a great skill.
It's a beautiful suicide note, I will say. The handwriting is...
Heather Duke, Shannon Doherty, is elated. She's eating chicken the next time we see her. She's happy as hell.
What happened to your urge to purge? Sorry.
Everyone is talking to the girls and like, you know, I'm sorry about your friend. And this is where the continuity issue because they're in like, I guess, a gym locker room and Veronica freaks out. I guess she's like, we all mourn in our own way or whatever. But she goes into the shower and like wets her whole body. But then our next scene is her in class and she's like fully dry.
Oh, how funny.
In the same outfit. But that's when they're like, this is when they start bringing up this whole conversation about this hippie teacher who's like sensationalizing this whole tragedy. You know, she's like, killing yourself is a big decision. You have to like, it's like the biggest decision you'll ever make as a teenager. It's like, no, but it doesn't have to be a decision at all. Like, you could just be a human and live. Like, you're fine.
Exactly.
And then, like, so she has the suicide note. Which, why?
In class was just so inappropriate.
Yes. So they're discussing the suicide note. Veronica's dry. And, of course, she does that thing where she laugh cries about that boring guy, I think. So they're sharing the note, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then I hate this.
What?
We are introduced to Christian's or JD's dad, and they have that whole dynamic where he talks like the dad and the dad talks like the son.
Yeah, that was weird.
What do you think?
I didn't like it either. I didn't really think much of it though. Do you think something of it?
I mean, no, I don't.
It's just weird.
I think ew of it. I think it's supposed to like make you uncomfortable, and it definitely does.
It definitely does.
Also, what if the dad was Jack Nicholson? Yes. That dad did a great job. Though. The actor. Veronica's house is blue. So the next outfit, I wrote Veronica's funeral outfit is Afrocentric because she has like this weird tribal hat on at this funeral.
Oh no. Oh my god. Oh no. I'm awful. I was like, I love that hat. The pillbox hat. Oh no.
Is it not Afrocentric? I was like, girl, is it Kwanzaa?
I just thought it was like geometric.
I mean, I guess so, but like the shape of the hat was very tribal.
Oh, was it? Oh no.
I mean, I wasn't in the 80s. I don't know what y'all were doing. You weren't there either, but
yeah, no, I wasn't there.
LOL.
Then we go to the cow tipping scene.
Wait,
Ugh,
the
I
kids'
knew
prayer
Jason cow
scenes.
tips. Oh, the prayers. Oh, yeah.
I prayed for the death of Heather Chandler many times and felt bad every time I did it, but I kept doing it anyway. Now I know you understood everything. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah.
That's Heather.
Duke.
That was funny.
Those were very genius scenes. Shout out to direction. Thank you. I love it. Shout out to writing. Love it.
Nono's was funny too.
Yeah, she's like, that sound bitchy. So, Veronica in her Afrocentric outfit,
Oh my god.
she agrees to go with Heather McNamara, the yellow Heather, like the yellow Power Ranger, to go on a date with the two jocks because they can't go alone or something. JD rode off, so I don't know why he was so mad later. He did ride off on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
Didn't they go together? That's weird. I don't know. But anyway, she goes on a date. They're cow tipping. I've never done that. I never want to do that.
I've never done it either, but I did know derelicts who did.
Oh,
Like,
my
they're
gosh.
idiots.
Well, anyway, so then...
Did you notice? Wait, are you gonna skip to the next part? Did you notice before we move on from the scene that like while JD and Veronica are talking, you can see Heather and the guy on the lawn, and all he does is he keeps putting her. I'm like, is he raping her? Because all he does is you keep seeing her put her arms up, and he's putting them down, unless she's like kinky or some shit. But I was like, it looks like a struggle.
It looks like a struggle. I don't think we're supposed to get raped from that, but I think we are supposed to get that these boys are not soft. That all they do is they're just aggressive is the word we're supposed to get.
Ugh.
But I don't think we're supposed to be like fully outraged. But I am. That's terrible. They're terrible people. Sorry. I'm feeling a little superior tonight. 7 schools in 7 states, and the only thing different is my locker combination. Our love is God. Let's go get a slushie. Our love is God. JD is actually very religious because he talks about slushies. No, his love is God. And then later on he talks about heaven.
Yeah, I mean, he lost his mama.
But
his mama killed herself.
Wouldn't that push him from religion? I don't know. It may not, but
sometimes it has the opposite effect. Sometimes
but then this whole weird anti-religious
Have you listened to My Favorite Murder and stuff?
fascination.
Like this is not like sometimes that happens. Unfortunately, they twist it and turn it into their own sadistic dialogue.
Ugh.
And by they, I mean people who kill other people.
Yeah. Well, so the next day, Veronica's shit is hot. So she sees Mr. Mosby. I'm
happy you knew it was Mr. Mosby too.
The only black actor with a speaking role in Heathers. He is working at the yearbook, blah, blah, blah. And shit's going around about Veronica.
Gross. And
that girl with the sweater, Veronica wants to fight her. Veronica's tough in this scene. She's, I want to know what's being said. Tell me. What was said?
Yeah.
Speak louder, ho.
I want to know too. Right? What did you say? Tell me what I did.
Speak a little louder, ho. But so apparently Kurt is telling people that
sword fight in her mouth. That's disgusting.
Gross.
Like literally, that's so vile.
So they're into later on we're supposed to like the joke is that they're supposed to be gay together. I don't know. But they do want to engage in sexual play around each other. And yeah, so they're saying that they double teamed Veronica, I guess is what we're supposed to is the gossip. And so she calls them and she's like, So I heard what you said, and do you want it to happen tomorrow?
Yes. And she's like, my emotions got the best of me now. I've
A
always
queen.
wanted to.
A true queen.
Yeah, really. And he believes it, idiot. But a guy like that would believe it, just like the truck driver in our last episode of Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
Dudes like that are actually that dumb, and they're like, okay. Okay.
Yep. So this scene bothers me. So they're in she's called Kurt, right? And JD's on the bed, he's laughing, and everything is still sweet. We've forgiven him for killing our best friend. Why? I don't know. But he's like, we're gonna kill them. Or no, it's gonna look like they're dead. Did you take German? She's like, no, I took French. She's like, these are Ich Lüge bullets. That means I'm lying.
Oh, really?
Yes! I'm lying bullets. The nerve of him. What if she did take German?
Well, that's why he asked.
What was he gonna say?
Maybe he
Fuck.
knows like 6 languages.
Never mind, we won't kill them. Never mind.
Right? You don't know, but...
I'm lying bullet. I hate the nerve.
Wow.
That's disrespectful to her face. These are I'm lying bullets. These are
Yeah, this is like, again, like watching this and being like, oh wow, yeah, that's how toxic
trash,
relationships.
trash.
He's garbage.
Cute trash. Trash.
It doesn't even matter if it's cute. It's just trash because he sets little traps for her the whole time. Even like Heather at the end, like the Heather, what's her name? Heather
Duke.
the dark-haired Heather. Yeah, he even like sets like that's a ploy on his part to get Veronica back.
But
Anyway.
homosexual artifacts. So they have mineral water. I was thinking of some for 2018. Homosexual artifacts. Those are the things that he was going to lay down by the dead bodies so that they look like they're gay. A Charlie XCX CD.
I don't know. Is this okay? I don't know if this is fair. Why are we generalizing?
Iced coffee. I mean, I'm including myself in the gay. Okay.
I didn't know what was going on.
Iced coffee. Some sort of Fenty Beauty. Maybe the highlighter. Just clues that you leave by the body.
Are you just saying for yourself? These are Shannon clues? I don't understand. Like.
No, let me have my moment. Let me have my
Okay, go for it.
For remaking this movie in 2018, these are my homosexual artifacts. And I'm done. Yeah. You're taking this.
I guess we just have different.
Iced coffee is definitely the gift. Iced coffee is the mineral water. It's the new mineral water.
Yes.
Because everyone hates La Croix now. Although, I like La Croix.
My fridge is full.
And I'm going to say La Croix, not LaCroix. Because I think it is LaCroix, but
I say La Croix too because that's French.
Thank you. Apparently it's named after
Just
something
like-
in Michigan or something. And someone corrected me. I was like,
No, fuck off. It's a French. Look, it's literally that's French. Or I don't even know. I don't even care if it doesn't mean anything in French, but that's supposed.
the cross, right?
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
What is
there you
croix?
go.
I don't know.
Le croix.
That sounds right, huh?
Just like fucking okay, Los Angelinos. It's Los Feliz. You fucking dickheads.
What are they saying?
Los Feliz.
Feliz.
Yeah, because they anglify everything.
Guadalupe.
Sorry.
They do that in Austin.
That's
Guadalupe
the
Street.
best one. It's like, oh my god. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Guadalupe, I say.
What were we even talking about?
Guadalupe. We were talking about iced coffee. I was offering my.
Iced coffee.
I was offering my homosexual artifacts for 2018, and you turned it down.
Because I felt really weird. But what? I don't know.
I think a Fenty Beauty highlighter, iced coffee. What are your gay artifacts for yourself?
I don't fucking know. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
You're not having fun. You're not having fun. Okay, it's
fine.
I know,
I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun. Generalizing. I'm not having fun.
I'm lying bullets. Ram and Kurt show up thinking they're about to sword fight. I hate that. I don't know. It's so gross because she's like, she's like, get naked and then tear my clothes off, she says, and then she's like counting to 3. Like, they really were going to maul her. They were going to maul her.
They're excited to.
I mean, no kink shaming. Do your thing. Anyways, Jack Nicholson's son shows up and he shoots Ram or Kurt, one of them, I don't know, and then the other one runs away, and Christian Slater chases him. That dude is in tube socks, but still booking it, and then he comes all the way back around, and Veronica shoots him. So now she's in this.
Well, I mean, as far she still thinks it's a fake gun, I think.
But she can't think that. She can't think that because she's with the body while that other guy's running.
But that's what he said was going to happen. He was like, it just makes them look like they're...
She was shaking his chest. And you can see in her face where she's like, I don't know. You can see she doesn't know.
Well, I guess she's putting 2 and 2 together as he's chasing him because, like, he can't get away. He can't get away because he'll tell on them.
But why didn't Christian Slater shoot him? He had a chance. He got away. And then he had the other chance. Huh?
She's his Bonnie.
But she doesn't want to be.
I know, I'm just saying. Like, he wanted her to play, and she did.
Also, she put that cigarette lighter on her hand. In the next scene where they're like in the car and like decompressing, she put that cigarette lighter on her hand, like directly.
Ow.
I'm glad we don't use those anymore. God, that's just an outlet, isn't it? It's just an outlet. They're fighting in the parking lot. He's like, "You wanted to believe it. You did it because your feelings are gross." No. I didn't want to kill them. You jerk.
But honestly though, did she? She killed her friend already.
She didn't kill her friend.
But
he poured that shit in.
But she was into writing the suicide note. She kind of is along the ride in a lot of ways, but then she's like, wow, I'm going way too deep. This is fucked up. And then she transforms.
Veronica is an opportunist. She does not want to get in trouble.
No.
Any way she can save her own hide, she's going to do that. And she doesn't fully think it through. I mean, she's a kid. She's a kid. Then they have a fake gay funeral. I don't know. The school counselor is on TV sensationalizing all this stuff. JD has his talk with his father where this is where they break up. This is where Veronica's like, do you like your dad? And he's like, I don't know. Because we find out the dad like blows stuff up and that he liked his mom, but she committed suicide, sort of. She walked into one of the buildings that she knew was about to be blown up. Yeah. And then JD shoots a radio, and Veronica's like, you know what?
I'm out.
Bye. And then he has that weird violent makeout scene where she's like, I don't want this, but he wants it. I don't know. And I was like trying to read the script for this, and apparently the notes for that says like he thought she tastes better angry. Who wrote that? I hate that.
Me fucking too.
Ew.
Gross.
So, yeah.
Ew.
JD gets Heather Duke, and he's gonna blackmail her, and he gives her the scrunchie. Betty and Veronica hang out, and I just want to point out Betty and Veronica.
Oh, cute.
Okay. Martha has a suicide attempt, and they make fun of her for it. Or Heather Duke does, and that's when Veronica slaps her. Veronica has hands, and she's ready to use them. Then they start sensation. This is where they were really sensationalizing it on the media because the parents are watching, and then there's that weird fight with the parents. And I was like looking at the mom. I was like, "Is that the grandma from Gilmore Girls?" But it's not. But she was in an episode of Gilmore Girls.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
But it's not her. But that woman, and I hate that I forgot her name. She has a very long, yes, she's been acting for 40 years. So
the one in Heather's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Heather Graham was offered the part of Heather Chandler but turned it down. Kim Walker was dating Christian Slater at the time.
Is that Heather? Is that the one that passed?
Yeah.
Aww.
Isn't that wild?
Aww.
And then Heather Graham was then cast as Heather McNamara. Oh, she's a Heather. That's funny. But her mother refused to allow her to accept the role. Damn it, Mom.
But think of how different that would be, though.
Ew, Brad Pitt. Well, I mean, I hate to say ew, but Brad Pitt auditioned for the role of JD, but the filmmakers rejected him because they thought he came across as too nice. Yeah, he's not dark enough. I mean, he could have done that, I guess. Oh my God, early choices for Veronica were Drew Barrymore, Justine Bateman, and Jennifer Connelly. I was talking about Drew Barrymore.
And how her and Nona are hopefully friends.
And I guess Drew Barrymore's like, that bitch took the movie. I don't know.
God,
Just kidding.
What if they're rivals?
Ooh, I like that too.
Yeah, no, yeah. But also support women.
I just want some kind of relationship.
So
Okay.
then what happens?
Heather, the yellow Heather, is on the. That'd be so great as Heather Graham. I could see that. The yellow Heather is on the radio. Oh, I had my quote. Hang on.
She calls into a radio station.
God has cursed me, I think. The last guy I had sex with killed himself the next day. I'm failing math. My whole life's a mess. I was supposed to be cheerleading captain. My parents are divorced and stuff. That's it.
Oh. But then Veronica and other Heather are like, we're going to crucify her.
I know, and then Heather Duke is the worst because she tells everybody.
That's
and it's like her last friend was Heather, the yellow one.
And I guess that's what I mean. That's what Heather, the OG Heather, was going to do to Veronica with the throw up thing. That's all I meant. Is she was going to make sure that everyone at school made fun of her.
She was going to be belligerent and terrible.
Yeah. That's all. Because, and then this Heather, yellow Heather, goes in the bathroom and shoves pills down her mouth.
Yeah. In her really cute cheerleading outfit.
Really cute cheerleading outfit.
They're the Rottweilers.
Oh, that's cute.
And then they also wear gloves in that last scene. They were red gloves.
Aww.
Crazy.
But Veronica follows her because she's like,
yeah, Veronica saves her.
Yeah.
JD talks to Shannon Doherty, and he wants her to get everyone to sign a petition. Which there's a montage of her getting everyone to sign this petition so that Big Fun, the band, can come play at their school or whatever. Then Veronica sees Shannon Doherty and she's like, sign my petition, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, no. She tries to slap her again. But she doesn't get to.
She doesn't try very hard, though.
I know.
Just like,
And then no. And then JD shows up and he's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. And he's like all over her. But she's like, bruh, I'm not back. And so, awesome. Because she rejects him, he tells her parents that she's going to kill herself.
Yeah. He's basically like, I'm killing you next. That's what he's telling her.
Yeah, he knows how to do her handwriting. He hung up her Barbie doll in the Big Fun shirt.
See, that's when it's scary that he goes.
And then she takes a nap. I was like,
I know.
Why are you taking a nap? I guess if it's like the last one you're ever going to take. I
think she was just scared and in a fetal position and fell asleep.
I think it was to set up this dream sequence, but who knows? So she's like, you know what? This is all too stressful. Try to kill me. They tried to kill your favorite bitch. Like,
Dude.
that's a Miley Cyrus quote. Sorry. So she takes a nap.
That's a Miley Cyrus quote?
She's at her concert and she's like, these motherfuckers tried to kill me. They tried to kill your favorite bitch.
I have no words. Shannon's laughing. I'm just... What? Shannon's laughing so hard. Oh my fucking god. She's not
They tried to kill me.
Oh my
They tried to kill your favorite bitch. So she takes a nap.
my God.
I understand the stress nap. JD
Yes.
comes in. He reads Moby
Terrifying.
Dick to her.
He's like, underline it.
And so then they go off to Heather Duke's house. Blah, blah, blah. He kills her. Heather Duke's funeral. They're in 3D glasses. Heather Chandler's there. She's like, she's like, Veronica, my afterlife is so boring. If I have to sing Kumbaya one more time. And then, of course, we realize it's a dream. Veronica dinner. Her mom is yelling at her. JD comes in and she's hanging from the ceiling.
Yes, because she's like, I'm going to outsmart you. I'm going to outsmart this motherfucker.
Yeah, so she's
Because she doesn't want to play anymore. She doesn't wanna play.
hanging. And he comes in
She
and
hates
he's like, I can't believe you killed yourself. I mean, I loved you. I mean, I was coming here to kill you, but I was going to try to get you back first. And it's crazy. And then the mom comes up and JD's gone. And then and then Veronica like pops up and she's like, hey, and she like unties herself and you see that she like had her waist tied. How did she get up there? I don't know.
Genius.
Also, if you were that mom, what would you do? You're like, my
I know, her mom.
daughter is into
Faking her own
autoerotic, or what is it called when you like choke yourself?
asphyxiation. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Or
Her
killing
mom
herself.
does
You're practicing to
Yeah.
kill herself. Huh?
Her mom does not care.
The mom was like, okay, yeah. She lets her go to school the next day, so I guess it's fine. And then like,
Right?
boiler room. She talks to that guy in the hallway. I don't know who he is, but she's
He's
like,
so strange.
that's a weird actor because she's like, what's under the gym? And then he chews every syllable. He's like, the boiler room. I don't know. There was just like, you could tell he was excited
like,
about that
smiling.
role. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was excited about that role. He was going to make it count.
He was like, can I add a kiss? Ew. I was like, back away.
I
from
think
the-
my character would kiss Winona Ryder here. I think
I think that's what should happen. And they
she
were
might
like,
fill me up.
no.
She might.
He
I
looks
don't
like
know.
a Billy. They were like, no, Billy. No. But he's just like, whatever.
So they go, or she like creeps up on. Oh, she creeps up on. Oh, you big yawn. She creeps. She creeps up on JD. He's like set up these this dynamite packs underneath the bleachers, so like the pep rally's going on, while he's like trying to set off the big bomb in the boiler room. So she comes up and he left his gun at her house. I guess he left his gun at her house.
He left in a hurry.
Yeah, so she like has the gun on him and like they're fight. He's violent with her, but then he like tries to kiss her again. At some point during this, I don't know.
I like screamed at the TV, epitome of toxic relationship.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, as I was reading the
Shannon
script
off.
for that too, and it was like the whiff of her perfume made him kiss her or something. I was like, but they're,
Gross.
I know. Like, I hate
Yeah, what
this.
fucking sadistic fuck wrote that?
Let me see.
I don't give a fuck
Daniel
about
Waters. Daniel Waters and Tommy Lee Wallace need to quit. So they fight. She's like, how do I turn this off? And he's like, the middle button. She shoots off his middle finger. Iconic. He shouldn't have flipped her the bird. Like, he shouldn't.
I loved this rewatch. Of
Bye, middle finger.
just like enjoying the 1988 special effects
Stop.
They
Stop.
roasted out
Stop.
this
It's
time. No, I
incredible.
loved
Like,
it. It is. No, it
it's
is.
CGIO. It
And
looks
Christian
great.
Slater he's a good little actor. He's a good little actor. I believe him.
Yeah, he's a Nicholson. Of course he is. Yeah.
Yes.
So he's like, you can turn it off with the button in the middle.
So, no,
Do
he
you
says the
think he
red
was
button.
lying?
No. He doesn't say the button in the middle. He says the red button, and
He
all
says
red.
that, and then eventually he says the middle button.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
says the
guess
red
I
button
was
first.
too-
You're right, and then he says the middle button. But then before she can press the middle button, she shoots him, and he like stabs it, so it stops.
Yeah.
But do you think he was lying about the middle button? We'll never know. But because if he had pressed it, they would have just blown up. If she had pressed it.
Yeah, I think he probably was lying, but she knew. That's why.
Ich lüge bullets.
Igloo. Yeah. Oh my God. So you looked that up?
Yeah, it says I'm lying. Does that make you pissed? Like,
Yeah.
so you're just
does
gonna
add
to my face?
That
You're just
does
gonna say that
add
to my? Okay.
a lot
like-
of extra anger.
Do you take German?
What a fucking dick. What a fucking dick.
Do you take German? Okay, so they stopped the bomb. She's happy, or she shot him a couple times, so he's like down, and she's like whatever, bye. So she's outside of the school.
She saved everybody. She's going home.
She's outside of the school. She looks crazy. She's outside of the school. She got dirty fast. Like, she was so clean. Boiler room was dirty, and she got like,
Oh, I didn't think it looked that dirty. She was just filthy.
yeah, she
I
was
don't know how that
like
happened.
a chimney sweep. But she's outside.
But then, Christian
And he
Slater-
shows up and he's like, yeah. He's like, fine, walking. Damn, Veronica. You really fucked me up. Huh?
This little part. I didn't remember.
You
this
didn't?
little part. So I was
Iconic.
like, damn, he doesn't die.
He
Well, then I
didn't die
remembered,
from
but
her
when
gunshot
he first-
guns. But then he's like, God, he,
What?
what's it called when men are like not overbearing, but when they like belittle you? Whatever. He belittles her again. Like as he's like bleeding out, he's like, wow, you really had power. I didn't know that you had.
Yeah, because he's a little strip dick, fragile, masculine male.
I know. He's that really has to be
That's
your
why
last words though? Like,
Right?
we didn't have to talk about this at all. Like, you could have staged a little lesson there. But anyways, he
She
comes
should've
out.
just given him the finger.
He's
She
got,
should've been like,
yeah. You see what you don't have anymore? Like,
Yeah.
but he comes up to her and he's got it's dynamite strapped to him, and he like really wants a spectator for his egotistical exit. Yes. So he's like, pretend I did blow up the school, all the schools. What are you gonna do now? And so she takes out a cigarette. She's like, I'm gonna smoke your ashes, ho. So, not she was
That
it,
is
but
I kind of love that part.
yeah,
She's just like, cigarette.
he blows himself up. Like, she's seen a lot. She's seen her best friend die in front of her. She's killed a man. She's seen another man killed in front of her, and now her boyfriend blew up into presumably pieces in front of her.
Also, her boyfriend beat her up.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, that
All
too.
over
But I
school.
mean, just the carnage she's seen, not experienced,
And now she's-
seen.
Yeah. And now
A
she's
body
been
blow
fucking
up?
blown
That
up.
sounds terrible.
And there wasn't any mess. There would have been guts everywhere.
Just the mess was all on her, just like the chimney sweep look. But then she goes inside. She's like, you know what? There's a new Heather, my love. There's a new sheriff in town, and it's me, bitch. And I'm gonna hang out with
She
Martha.
still stuff scrunchy.
She takes that
Yeah.
power scrunchie back. I cannot believe that Heather Chandler was dating Christian Slater. It does not mix in my head.
Why?
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, why don't you?
Because I'm thinking of their characters.
Other characters. Gotcha.
I don't know them, so.
I guess yeah. I can picture Christian Slater with someone. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess you're thinking like True Romance.
Yeah. Yeah. Christian Slater's just
This is his cutest role.
regular dude. Yeah, definitely.
Eyebrows immaculate. So, ratings. 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Women, I gave it a 6 because yes, Winona's character is strong, but I don't like the way they portray relationships. I don't know. I guess they just didn't give enough development to the other characters for my taste. People of color, I gave 1 for Mr. Mosby. LGBT, nothing. Varied bodies, no, because they're making fun of Martha Dumptruck. They're not showing her in a positive light. Women, I gave it a 2 because we've got Denise is a producer. That's the only woman I see.
I guess I could have given
Lala. I gave it 2. Execution, 10. We did this incredibly. Cast performances, I brought it down to an 8 because of that guy who chewed the boiler room. His syllables so slowly. The boiler room. Like, why did they give him so much time to say that?
That's so funny.
He could have just said it so much faster. Stylistic choices, a 10. Incredible. Many will copy, but none will compare. Color palettes, I'm there. Yes, film politics, 6, because what are we really saying here?
Exactly.
And it's not aging well because we cannot recreate this. Or is it aging well because it can't be recopied? I don't know. But,
I think it's aging well in the sense of our vault movies aging well, where it's just like, where they're putting it in the vault.
Yes. But then rewatching it and learning and like seeing more of Christian Slater and how we were supposed to romanticize that. I don't know.
I guess if you would you recommend this movie to a younger person? I don't know. I'm trying to think will I
what age?
If I ever procreate, would I show this to my dog?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess
I don't know. It's hypothetical.
Enjoyability, 10. I'm there. I'm with it. One of my favorite movies. Love it. I gave it a 53. You got any comments for yours?
I think I did my math wrong again.
Again? Because you gave it a 45.
I did it in a rush. Yeah, I don't know. I missed a number. I only have 9 numbers. So hold on. So you gave it a 53?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then let's just say I gave it a 50. Because we usually align pretty much. There are a few things.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess that's what math is that? 51.5? 53.
There we go. I did my numbers in a rush, guys. Sorry.
51.5 is our Girls Interrupted average. Alrighty.
86 on Rotten Tomatoes. 51.5.
No, 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's
96,
up there.
Excuse me.
It's the bar. It's up there. I mean, the only one I could think of higher than that is that one with Jim Carrey we watched. Jim Carrey and Manic Pixie.
Mean on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking loved that movie.
What was that one again? Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind. Get Out is super high.
Oh, that's good.
The high 90s is hard. That is hard for Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. We'll never get there on ours, I think.
LOL.
On our our ratings.
Well, not with these older movies, no. But
yeah.
I mean, some of those newer movies that we watched on Netflix and shit.
They got up to like 70, but it's very hard.
Yeah.
We're not finding a lot of movies that have people of color, women, LGBT, and varied bodies, and women and minorities behind the camera. That's where we're failing.
For sure. I'm just saying, let's be hopeful that new.
Yeah. Where is that movie? It's out there somewhere, huh?
I mean, Ava. Oh fuck, what's her last name?
DuVernay.
Yes, thank
Ava
you.
DuVernay.
She's already I just have so much hope for. There's so many good directors getting more and more work.
If only A Wrinkle in Time was gay.
Question mark? What?
If only A Wrinkle in Time was gay and with different bodies.
I see what you're saying. LOL.
Yes. Well, that was this week's episode. It was a pleasure. Please rate, review, subscribe, and all that other stuff. Share, comment.
Tell your friends.
Retweet. Yes.
Share.
Watch our
Come follow
movies,
us on
please.
Instagram.
Review and all that.
Watch the fucking movies, because, yeah, they're
Watch
all
them. They're
enjoyable.
fun.
We're not gonna make boring
We
shit.
love you, and goodbye.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next time with a new pair of movies. In the meantime, please follow, rate, review, subscribe, and share the show. Let us know how you felt about the movies. See you next time.